Hi, I'm Sue Hall.
And I'm Rick Hall.
We've been married 35 years. We have 3 boys and 6 grandchildren and 3 lovely daughter-in-laws.
We met while I was working at Fred Meyer's back in 1983. Sue was working at the bank and I was working in the grocery department. We both had common friends. We just kind of got together and it went from there.
What led us to want to attend the Weekend to Remember was listening to Hope 107.9 radio station, and actually a year ago I heard the promotion of the weekend, and I just had an interest in going. So I let it slip by and thought that we weren't in dire need to go. I mean, our marriage wasn't about ready to crumble by any means, but we had difficulties throughout our marriage and struggles. The Weekend to Remember is a weekend that pursues oneness, first with God and second with your spouse. It takes serious subjects but really adds humor to them, so it makes you really comfortable. There wasn't a session where I was bored. In fact, they really went quickly and I enjoyed all of the sessions that we had. It took the seriousness out of the topic but helped make us feel comfortable. What I learned from the weekend was that marriage isn't easy, and it's not necessarily supposed to be easy. We have these thoughts that you marry the love of your life and everything should be smooth sailing from there, but there are a lot of challenges that come upon your life as you go through jobs and kids and lots of hard work.
A couple times I felt like the speaker was actually pointing to me and say, "I'm talking to you." I learned that how selfish I am about different things. It was that I really needed to, as a man, to step up as far as like praying with the family, and just that my wife is not my enemy. That was one of the things I really worked on, and I just remember the last phrase of the whole conference was, no matter how many problems or the troubles you're going through, don't give up on it.
So we started praying together and reading books about marriage and how to become stronger as a couple. And it's been very eye-opening to see the differences within us, and yet how those differences can make us stronger by working together. We really went to enjoy the weekend together, and the benefit was the conference. So it's definitely worth the money. It's an investment in your marriage besides just time away together. Definitely worth it.
Hi, I'm Brian, and this is my beautiful wife, Mariah Dietrich. We're here to talk about the Weekend to Remember. We met about 7 years ago, and we're definitely in different parts of our life. We got married about 5.5 years ago. Both of us have come from failed marriages and wanting to make a commitment to making this work.
When we first got married, we were pretty lost in our relationship. Neither one of us had God the center of our lives, and we were both considered lukewarm Christians for sure. So we signed up to go to our first Weekend to Remember in November of 2018, and it's in Portland on the waterfront. And we went to that one because we were struggling and we needed some tools to help us in our marriage at the time.
And then we attended the spring in Sun River, and we attended that one because we wanted to. We enjoyed the change, we enjoyed what we learned.
One of the things that was the funniest to us that happened was the speakers decided to share differences between men and women. And so they came up with this list of differences. Actually, they came up with 3 pages of differences, but they only chose to share one. And so we thought it would be funny to share with you guys our list of differences that we came up with as well. I like to be on time.
I like to be on time, but that's 15 minutes earlier.
I am a planner.
I'm a winger.
I'm serious.
I'm carefree.
I'm pretty social.
I sit in the corner.
I'm outdoorsy.
I'm outdoorsy too.
I am always cold.
I'm always hot.
I'm a cuddler.
I like my space.
I like white lights on the tree.
I like white lights too.
I like chick flicks.
I like action films.
I love sleeping.
I like to read.
I love being organized.
I can stand a little clutter.
I like to golf.
I like to pretend to golf.
I'm a jealous person.
I'm not jealous.
I love to share my feelings.
I like to push feelings down.
I love lists.
I can't keep up with her lists.
I have a temper.
I run from conflict.
I like resolution.
I run from conflict.
I'm a tunnel thinker.
I'm a big picture thinker.
I stress out pretty easily,
I don't get stressed easily.
but I do love my husband.
I love my wife.
So the biggest thing that I learned at Weekend to Remember was that Brian is not my enemy, and he is my gift from God. The second biggest thing for me was that if I don't have my vertical relationship with God intact and healthy, my horizontal relationship with Brian can't work and it won't function properly. And the third thing that I never thought of our marriage as is a witness to others. I've never really thought of it that way. And the Weekend to Remember really talked about how through our marriage we're supposed to be witnessing Christ to other people. And it's kind of put a whole new light on what marriage means to me personally.
It really talked about how you wanted to work towards oneness. And, you know, it's a constant work that if you're not focused on it, you're going to drift. And, you know, one of the stories was where he was playing in the ocean and he eventually drifted further down the beach than he ever anticipated going, and he couldn't find his grandma for a while because he's gone so far without even knowing where he was going, but he drifted. And it's the same thing in marriages. If we don't focus on where we are and, you know, check with ourselves, that it could happen. And so that was the big thing, is continue to work towards that oneness with each other and with God, and to make a stronger marriage.
We are going to be doing Weekend to Remember again in the spring of 2020 in Sun River, and we would love it if you guys would join us. We'll be group leaders for that one, and we'll have a group sign up through the church, and we would hope that you guys can go to that one with us.
But if you want to go sooner, there's one in the fall up in Portland. It was beautiful. Like I said, we've attended both of them. They're both worth it. And from what we heard this last time, they're changing the format, changing it up a little bit. So it should be exciting.
Hope to see you there.
Bye.